Hi, this is Miss Velasco. I'm doing a video for one of my students who has been asking me to help him learn to tell time. So this video is for you, Mateo. So let's pretend that you know nothing about telling time on a standard clock. So one of the first things you notice is this hand. We call this the big hand. And then this shorter hand, we call that the little hand. Now, the little hand is always pointing to the hour, and the big hand is always pointing to the minutes. Well, what does that mean, Miss Velasco? I'm going to tell you, okay? So there are 60 minutes in 1 hour. How do we know that? Well, if you'll look all the way around the clock, there are little lines, and at each number, there's like a little triangle, but if you look in between, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it's 5 when you reach the number. 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10 when you reach the number. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 when you reach the number. So last year, I believe that I taught you how to count by fives. So let's count by fives. Each time we get to one of these numbers, let's count by fives. We'll skip count. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, and 60. And it stops at 60. So let's do it one more time, and you do it with me, okay? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, and then 60. So right now, the big hand is telling us how many minutes we are into the next hour, or how many minutes we are before the next hour. Right now, it's straight up on the 12th. That means it's o'clock. So how do we know what o'clock it is? Well, look at that little hand, which tells us the hour. The hour, what's it pointing to? Yeah, it's pointing to the 7. So it's what time? 7 o'clock. Good. Let's just play with this for a minute. I got to look at the back. Get my finger on there. Okay. So if we move this, it's a couple of minutes after. Right now, it's 5 minutes after 7. How do we know that? Well, it's on the 1, which when we skip counted was 5, right? But look at the little lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now, I haven't even talked to you about this. You're probably wondering what it is. Don't worry about it yet. Let me teach you this part, and then I'll go there. A lot of clocks don't have that. They just have 2 hands, not 3. So right now, count the little lines. You're right, 10. It's 10 minutes after 7 o'clock. What about now? 15. It's 15 minutes after 7 o'clock. Good. 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. 20 minutes after 7. 25. Good. Now here. How many minutes? 26, 27, 28, 29, 30 minutes after 7. Now, notice what's happened here. The hour hand, it's moving away from the 7, and it's getting closer to the 8, because after 7 o'clock comes 8 o'clock, right? So right now, we're at 7 o'clock, but it's moved all these minutes, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, so it's 7 and 30 minutes. Well, we don't say it that way. We say 7:30. So it's 7:30. We keep going, and my hair's kind of in the way. Sorry. 7:30, and if we keep turning that, can't find the little knob. There it is. It's 7:35. 7:40. Well, about here, people aren't going to say 7:40 because they're already thinking to the next hour. What's the next hour going to be? It's not going to be 7, it's going to be 8. Now, for a lot of you, it's getting really close to bedtime, right? Mateo, you should be going to bed pretty soon, 8 o'clock. So how many more minutes do you have before you have to go to bed if you have an 8 o'clock bedtime? Well, let's count the little lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 more minutes. 20 minutes before 8 o'clock. So people are going to say that. They're not going to say 7:40. Once you pass this 7:30, people already start looking towards the new hour, the 8 o'clock hour. So it's going to be 8 o'clock. In how many more minutes? 20 minutes. How do we know that? We counted all these little lines. Here's another way. 5, 10, 15, 20. Remember, each one of these numbers, in between these numbers, there's 5 of these little lines, so you can count by 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20. So in 20 minutes, it's going to be 8 o'clock. Let's see if I can find that. How many minutes now before it's 8 o'clock? You have 15 minutes before it's bedtime. Heard a bird. Did you hear it? How many more minutes? I'm sitting on my front porch. How many more minutes before it's bedtime? 10 minutes. It's 10 minutes to 8. Can you see the hour hand has pretty much already focused in on the 8? Not perfectly lined up, but it's there. 5 minutes to 8, 4 minutes to 8, 3 minutes to 8, 2 minutes, 1 minute. It's 8 o'clock. 8, the little colon, the 2 dots, and then the 2 zeros. 8 o'clock. Okay, I'm going to stop right there. I can show you this on paper also, but I at least wanted to get this part, wanted to teach you this part. So you can watch it a few times. Let me show you one thing. I'm going to give you a little quiz, and then I'll show you one more thing. What time is it now? Let me change this. And you tell me, what time am I showing you now? Where's the big hand? Right at the 12. So it's exactly, follow the little hand, which tells us the hour. And, oh, there's Lucy. And what's it pointing to? 9. So what time is it? 9 o'clock. Good.